Computer. Hey, computer. There you go, mate.
Good, Alec. Yourself?
Not too bad, mate.
That's good.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I'm surprised you're here today, Alec. I know you had the famous Empire Christmas party yesterday, and I'm impressed you made it this morning.
Well, I am nursing a bit of a headache. Had a good time,
yeah,
but I kept it low key yesterday, Phil. So I had a lot to do today, and this was one of the things I had to do. So I had to look after myself. So yeah,
very dedicated, Alec.
Oh my God, yeah. I wish.
Well, I know that was when I was working at Empire, and in there that was always one of my favourite days of the year.
Yeah.
So I know I was invited yesterday. I couldn't make it, but I know it would have been a really good night. So.
Yeah, yeah. No, we have it with our staff and a lot of our customers that come along, long time customers. So it's just a bit of a appreciation to them for being with us for so long. So yeah, it was good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and you had yours on Saturday night.
Yeah, no, but ours is not like the Empire. Ours is just a casual affair, just the volunteers and Chris, a little bit intimate, and that Chris shouts everyone for helping. It was quite nice, but yeah, no, definitely low key compared to the Empire one.
Yes, yes. So what have we got today to talk about, Phil?
Well, obviously we're winding up for the end of the year. Probably be our last show for the year till next year. But we did in Snooker S.A. we did have the Ian Chappell event on the weekend, which had real big build up for, and everyone was excited about it. And mainly, like what you spoke about last week, you get the opportunity to meet Ian Chappell. Yeah. And at the 11th hour, he's commentating on the cricket. And he's pulled out the commentary box because he's got to go do a COVID-19 test because he lives in Sydney North Shores. Yeah, yeah. So not only is he pulled out of the commentary box of the cricket, he isn't able to attend the opening and closing of the Ian Chappell snooker tournament. So that just put a little bit of dampener on it, but everybody was still there. Everyone was keen. Yeah. And we had a fantastic tournament. The other players were far too good. Yeah, so,
fair enough.
Anyway, thanks for rubbing that salt into the wounds. Can't wait for it to finish.
But in your defence, it was handicapped, so...
Yeah, but that's all good. Everyone's still a chance of winning. Yeah. And just on the day, the top 5 seeds all didn't get through to the next stage. Like Mikey Cassiola, Peter Udich, myself, John Quinlan. Yeah. They just fell short, and to their credit, Stacey Vine played very well, Chris Asteria, Lyndall Vine played superb, Mike Wellens, he did amazing to get through, and he played the best he's ever played, so that's why you have handicapped events, Alex. And you can't always have the superstars winning all the time. It's opportunity, an even opportunity, and the handicap, although the better players didn't get through, the handicap worked perfect. Stacey Vine won the event. Yeah. Chris Asteria ran second. Charlotte Hatton was third. In fourth place was Cole Conlon, and fifth was Mike Wellens. Well, fifth place, fourth and fifth, you got a prize for fourth. There was 1 ball difference. They played 7 frames, and there's 1 point difference. Yeah. And then the top 2, Stacey and Chris Asteria actually finished on exactly the same average. Equal top, and Stacey beat him by 5 points on the count back. Wow. So that, they played 7 frames and there's 5 points difference. So the handicap was fantastic. Yeah. And the beauty about that game, Alex, is going into the last frame, 6 of the 8 players could all win the event going into the last event. And the frames were so close, no one knew who won. Until all the stats went in there, so it was very good. Stacey, I haven't seen Stacey play snooker before, but obviously winning 12 world titles at 8 ball, he knows how to hold a cue. He holds himself together, and watching him play, he's determined, wants to win. Yeah. He's knocking in 50 breaks, held himself together well. But also his wife, Lyndall. I haven't seen Lyndall play for 20 years. And I thought she was going to struggle, but she was one of the surprise packages. She knocked in a couple of 20 breaks, and she also has that determination to win and is a fierce competitor. Pot of balls. But yeah, the 8 players, Derek Hill getting to the final and Mike Wellens making the final. It was a really good day. Everyone did well, and Charlotte Hatton actually led the entire tournament. From the beginning, she led her group. Obviously, she had a big handicap, which helped, but she led her group, and then going into the final, she led after 6 frames. She was leading the whole way and just got pipped at the post. So the handicapping was perfect. Stacey was a fantastic winner, very good player, and everyone had a good time and they all played well. So.
That's good. That's the main thing.
Yeah, except for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, forget 2020.
Yeah. Well, so moving on from that, next tournament, I mean, there's not a lot coming up, as in major tournaments, until obviously the new year. Empire's got our public holiday events. So on the Boxing Day tournament, there'll be, so Boxing Day is on the Saturday, and the public holiday is on the Monday. So our tournament will be on the Monday.
Is that 28th?
Yes, it is.
On the 28th.
Yep. And so that'll be a 12 o'clock open with a 1 o'clock start. It's a double eliminations, $15 entry. So you're talking best of 5s in the winner's side, loser side best of 3. Gives you plenty of opportunities and frames. And again, it's challenging. There's some very good players and that turn up for it. So it's interesting. Prize money gets paid back to the last 6, maybe 8, depending on how many runners there are. So that's a really good day. And then of course we've got the New Year's Day is a public holiday again. So on the Monday.
It's also the following Monday.
So we'll have another event again. So if you're not looking for something to do on the public holiday, most things are closed. You got your family events, but if you've got nothing to do, come down to Empire. Again, 12 o'clock open, 1 o'clock start. So there's all these good players, Phil, right now are all sort of having a break. Right? And Super League's going to start, I think, the first Monday in February. So we're talking 5 weeks away. Doesn't sound like long when you talk about a whole season starting again. And when I was younger, this was the period where a lot of the good players would have a break, and I would work harder. I would work on my game. I would be practicing my potting, practicing different shots, working on my action, so that I was ready. And the good players come back and they're a bit scratchy and they play okay here and there, miss a couple of balls and give opportunities away. But for you guys out there that are on that fringe thinking, I want to get better, but I've sort of had enough, now's the time. Get sharp and get ready. It's 5 weeks away. 5 weeks is nothing. It'll be over before you know it, and you'll be picking your Super League teams, and it's true.
Well, a year ago, Alex, I went to Malta for the World Amateur. As Snooker S.A. should have been holding the World Amateur Snooker in 2021, which has now been delayed a year. But I went to Malta and I was spent a lot of time with Ryan Thomason, as you know, who lives with Neil Robertson in England, a fantastic snooker player from Australia. And he told me that Neil took 2 weeks off over Christmas last year. It was the first time in his career that he'd taken any time off over Christmas. First tournament back in January, he got beat in the first round, and Neil said it was the fact that he had not practiced for 2 weeks. And we're talking the best player in the world, Alex. That takes 2 weeks off and he's struggling. So
well, the best player in the world is going to be playing a great player. So you can't be giving him an inch. You give him nothing. So like I said, now's the time. Put some time in and effort, and you'll get rewarded in the long run. So and these little tournaments that we hold, whether it be at the snooker or whether it be at the 8-ball, they're the little testing, little tests that you put yourself through. And if you fail, then go and work on the stuff that you didn't quite get right, and try again. And that's it's not about I didn't win the money or I didn't win this, or it's about competing, learning how to compete, learning how to win, be a good winner and a good loser, and enjoy the game. And if you're playing well, you're going to enjoy the game, whether you win or lose. So, because there's nothing wrong with playing well and losing. If you're playing well and you get beat by a better player on the day, well, so be it. But if you play shit, that's where you get
You should
disappointed.
be using that language, Alec.
No, that's where you get a bit disheartened, and you don't want to. You think, oh well, had a bad day or whatever, and you go on but you've got to keep your confidence high, and the only way you stay confident is by practicing and believing in yourself.
That's right.
So it's just a couple of tips there for you.
Got to be putting the effort in, Alex.
Yeah, put the time and effort, and just stay positive. Number one.
Well, 2 weeks ago we were talking about how Neil Robinson beat Judd Trump in the final, and Trump missed that easy pink.
Yeah.
Well, this morning they had the final on this morning, which was Trump and Jack Lewowski. And Alex, Trump won 10-7, but when he was 9-7 in front, Jack made a 61 break, he broke down, and Trump cleared the table to win the title. But he had exactly the same finish as what he had against Robertson, and I tell you now, that brown was perfect on the blue this time, and he landed fat on the pink and knocked the pink in this time.
Yeah.
So I'm tipping even a player of his standard has learnt from that error that he made 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it didn't take him long to get back on the horse and win an event.
No, did Neil not play?
Neil played, he got beat in the first round.
There you go. Maybe he didn't play in the last tournament, did he?
So when he won, he had a break.
He had a break.
And then in this event, he got beat by Milkins in the first round. The milkman got him.
Yeah. So have a break and get beat.
That's right. So the secret is
don't have a break.
Keep practicing.
That's right.
And as you can hear in the background, there's some balls going.
Yeah.
And I already know that's Taylor. So she finished fifth in the Ian Chapel on the weekend. Oh, sorry, sixth, and she's already in here practicing.
Yeah.
So no rest.
No.
Keep working on your game.
Why not? Yeah. So other than that, what have we got? Nothing.
Well, Alex, I did get an interesting phone call this morning from Steve Misford, current Australian snooker champion. He rang me actually because he was watching the Judd Trump and Jack Lewowski final. Rang me up to see if I was watching it and what I thought about it. And then did tell me that last week his pool team had a reunion with the likes of James Misford and Ben Noonan and Jake McCartney. And they were highlighting, and I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but they were highlighting what an amazing player you are and the fact that you're still winning events. And they were choosing their best players, and they had you as the GOAT, Iceman.
Wow.
The greatest of all time. So when you're getting an accolade like that from Steve Misford and Ben Noonan and Jake McCartney, and they're whinging that you're still winning tournaments and they can't win tournaments now, Alex. So,
wow.
And that's all boils down to what you just spoke about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
The fact that you constantly work on your game, trying to get better, and you've never sat on your laurels.
No.
You never sit on your results. And even last week, you're working why you lost and how you can get better. The big tip from today is always constantly keep working on your game and put some effort in.
Yeah.
Back here in the snooker scene, Alex, all our leagues closed down for 2 weeks. And our venue closes for 4 days over Christmas. So we're closed on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, the Sunday and the Monday. So we got 4 days off.
How are you going to practice?
Well, that's the best time, Alex. I can come in here and hit balls and I don't have to work.
Yeah.
So I'll still sneak some in, don't worry about that. I need it. But so our league's closed down for 2 weeks. So I haven't got any results to bring to you.
Yeah.
But in the venue, we've still got our billiards leagues happening on a Monday night and the billiards on a Wednesday, and we've got our 147 leagues happening on Thursdays. So 2 weeks off, and then we'll come back in 3 weeks, and I'll give you all the feedback and our calendar for the new year, and we'll start afresh.
Yeah, sounds good. I think tonight's the last night of Super League for the evening. I mean, we're a bit surprised that we're playing ourselves, but I'm looking forward to it. That's our last night, and that will start back up, I think, in the second Monday of
the new year.
So there you go.
Well, it's about all for today, but I'd like to thank, and Alex will too, everyone that's been supporting and watching this show. The feedback we're getting is amazing, and Alex and I both like coming here and talking snooker, 8-ball, 9-ball, whatever's going on, but we'd also like to thank everybody that has supported us and been watching, and have a fantastic Christmas, and a great new year.
Yeah.
And we'll set some resolutions for the new year.
Yeah.
And set some goals.
Yeah. Number one thing, just stay safe and get through this festive season, and enjoy yourself. Have a good time.
So we'll finish 2020 off in great style.
Yeah.
And 2021 will be an awesome year.
Awesome.
We'll see you win so many tournaments, Tyson.
No worries, Phil.
Better make it handicapped and give me a few stars.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, happy Christmas and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.